Is it working?
Hey folks, hopefully for the second time.
Stream's haunted. The power of the cat ears was so powerful.
Power of the ears.
That it just completely blew the stream away.
I mean, look at the yeasty lad. Look at how good he looks.
Cat ears.
You know?
That is how powerful.
Thank you. I understand the creator of the cat ears is in the stream today. Thank you very much for them. They are the bestest.
They are the bestest. Plants are neat. There's a little tail and a bell. And my computer is having a hissy fit. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm really worried it's going to, overheat and spontaneously crash on us. So, fingers crossed.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Oh, I know. Important question. What does that shirt say, please? It says...
Podcast character.
Podcast character.
Podcast character.
Make the bell ding again. All right, fine. Yes, Beastrogen. Alistair has a t-shirt that says podcast
character.
It was designed by Shitpost.
Yep.
And it is wonderful, and we love it very much. Ooh! We have to get one that says podcast characters in an S. Oh dear.
Yes.
I have a sticker too, but mostly it's his t-shirt.
And I actually have my podcast character sticker on the front of the notebook in which I plan my outros for Pseudopod because I do that now.
Exactly.
Hi! Our day started with 3 consecutive garbage lorries driving past the back of the house inside an hour.
And a delivery that was not... And a service person who was not supposed to be there for another week and another day.
Who decided to ring at 8:30. And by ring, I mean the doorbell. Instead of just calling. Because apparently the scheduler at the business doesn't understand the Gregorian calendar.
And we were not feeling really well the other day. So, having a lion interrupted is frustrating.
Yeah. The good news
it's a little frustrating.
The good news is we had our flu shots.
Yes.
The slightly better news is we killed off Scandal Season 2 yesterday. And the slightly worse news is that's all we did yesterday.
Yeah, that's all we did. Thank goodness we had pot noodles in the house. That's cup of soup for you Americans, because that's what we had for dinner, because that's how much energy we had.
Yes.
We watched TV, and we napped, and we ate cup of soup.
15 straight...
That's what we did on Monday.
15 straight episodes of, we need to do some heinously illegal shit to help our client. Cue the 70s funk classic.
Also, I'm wearing amazing suits.
Yes.
Yes. I like what I like.
Unleash the murder teddy bear.
Just boring old chicken. Just chicken pot noodles. That's what we had in the
fancy.
house.
Not like Szechuan or barbecue sauce or anything like that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Szechuan.
Thank you.
Changji. Chang, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. You changed your name from Shang to Shuai. I can't hear you.
Shang-Chi is an excellent movie, by the way. It is very fun.
Yes, it really is.
Yes, if the flu shot makes you feel rotten, that literally means it's working because it's causing an immune response. And that is correct because we are going to our first convention in-person experience this Sunday. And
it's going to be so good.
And we're nervous about it.
It's going to be so good,
so
you
when
guys.
we had a chance to actually get our flu shots before we went to this event, we took it.
Yes. We will show up and we will loosen a word to Neil Gaiman and we will eat terrible chicken and then we will leave.
That's basically the plan.
Might wear a cape
CIB,
just so I can stalk
in
in like
person.
this.
No, you're not going to do that.
6 seasons of movie.
Apparently, Tim Meredith is actually going to show up. So I've never gotten to meet Tim in person. So this will be hilarious. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an experience. Exactly.
I'm fully expecting it. Alistair, why is everyone here so old? Why does everything look so cheap? They all seem so tired.
Yes.
Why is no one paying attention to me?
Yeah, well, no, Neil Gaiman will not be in attendance. Oh my gosh, no. Of course not. He wouldn't deign. Not even slightly.
He's too busy, doing golf stuff.
Right?
Probably
Kiwi is losing to Neil Gaiman, even properly losing. No. It's like being at the bottom of the really deep pond.
I always worry that when I talk about stuff like this, it sounds like sour grapes. It's genuinely not meant. But I'm always reminded when stuff that we do lands on a shortlist with someone whose name you have to say in a different tone. Like, oh, it's these 4 podcasts and Neil Gaiman. That it's a little bit like the old Bill Hicks routine about how Iraq has the 4th biggest army in the world. Like, yeah, but there's a real steep drop-off after the 3rd one, you know? But it's...
Well, who knows? I think he's somewhere on the other side of the world, and... Okay.
It's fine.
Whatever.
Dude's making the Sandman in every conceivable medium he can right now, and I'm alright with that, so...
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. How you been?
Ill.
Yeah.
So you.
Me too.
Yeah.
We were at FireCon over the weekend, which was phenomenal.
Oh my god.
Wonderful, incredible, amazing, great, smart people talking very deeply about great, smart things. Yes. I was on the panel. Hush.
Look, I'm bogling.
What are you doing?
I was throwing shapes in the Church of 90s dance. You may continue.
In a less than perfect world. And it was really fun, and I was volunteering, but it was on East Coast time, so it went quite late our time, and I was very tired. So I took Monday off to recover, and we got flu shots, and then recover we did. That's I think hopefully we're done about recovering. I hope so.
The time for recovering is at an end. Now is the time of health.
Well, I hope so, because then it'll be the time of doing all the things again, and that's exhausting, so we should get prepared for that. Tim, I hear, can be an adult at times and also not sing. That remains to be seen. I look forward to hearing.
You know what? I'm here for all of it. I've been to this awards dinner enough times to know that anyone throwing a party grenade into the room is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be fine. There'll be lots of people that we get to see that we haven't seen in a while, that we get to see fully max and at 6 feet distance. But that'll be okay.
Yeah, there's going to be an awful lot of hello, elbow.
Yes, there will be a lot of elbow bumping. I think that will very much be the case. What else has gone on since we were here last?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. FireCon, that definitely happened. I saw the Maltese Falcon.
You saw the
Which
Maltese
is very
Falcon.
good. I think it's going to do big things. I think it's going to be successful.
You think it might make it?
I think it might become a cult classic.
Yes, Ollie, we're going to see you as well. That will be lovely. And you wrote some stuff and you did some sleep.
I
and
wrote
you
some
watched
stuff
some
and I did some things. And there's...
It hasn't been a high energy week, folks.
Yeah. I'm coming on to my last big project for the month, which is 10,000 words of role-playing stuff in the game I co-created with Jason Peter, which I'm really looking forward to. And I've also got some stuff which I'm going to do for a game jam for another game, The Company by Logan Dean, which is basically, you work for an evil corporation, try very hard not to die. And I found a whole bunch of really fun weird history stuff about the Welsh countryside, which I'm going to use. Things like the cave where the National Gallery's collection was stored during World War II, so the shit wasn't bombed out of it.
Nice.
And the Special Strategic Reserve, which is the comforting myth this country tells itself about how in the event of nuclear war, they'll just crack open the secret tunnel and bring out all the steam trains which have been hidden there.
Myth.
And those will become the new form of transport.
There aren't any secret steam trains.
There's certainly not the infrastructure for them, but it feels lovely to think about.
Yes.
And that is the fault of everything in this country.
Wendy runs off to check. No, I'm sorry, Wendy. There are no secret steam trains in a tunnel somewhere waiting for nuclear apocalypse.
Although, weirdly enough, Wendy probably lives near one of the only places that could conceivably do that in the event of epic catastrophe, which is the National Railway Museum, which has a whole shit ton of fully active steam locomotives that they used to drive up and down right outside my house.
Right, Beasterton? If nuclear war happens, steam trains are not my primary concern. Really, really not.
Yeah, pretty much Hammer of the Earth. You're right. Wendy did actually get married in the National Railway Museum. I was there. It was very good.
Did you just say it was train-tastic?
It was train-tastic.
No wonder you were invited.
Steve actually used the lines on the platform as a comedy prop in his Best Man speech. I was extremely impressed. The acoustics were amazing, too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't been in there.
Wendy's got game, dude.
I'm literally flabbergasted. I'm like...
When Wendy's game is tight, there was catering.
Of course, it's a wedding that Wendy planned. Hello?
There was... I seem to remember there was dancing. There was certainly a comedy story about Greg accidentally almost causing an international incident. It was a whole thing. It was really good fun.
And it's full of heavy engineering that doesn't give us stuff about decibel limits, so you turned it up loud.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you know about the world's biggest instrument? This better be a musical instrument, Kiwi. I'm slightly concerned now.
I'm going to go with no.
It's probably a horn of some kind. It's probably some gigantic alpine ski horn that like goes down the entire mountain.
It summoned Peter Stormare when blown.
Really?
And then like half an hour later he rocks up and is like, you have need of me.
It's a big bell? Bigger? Okay. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Think bigger. Oh, okay. Google to the rescue. World's biggest musical instrument.
The man who can chew the scenery without opening his mouth. Indeed.
Wanamaker organ.
It's in Philadelphia.
7-story high, 287-ton pipe organ.
Okay, take a letter. Dear Michael Bay, why, oh why, in the 5 Transformers movies you've inflicted on us, though in fairness the first one was actually pretty good.
Stop.
And also Bumblebee was great. Have you not done the basic fucking research required to find out the Wanamaker organ is in Philadelphia and turned it into something that fights with Optimus Prime? Get with the program, Bay. Come on.
Kiwi says that's the largest freestanding instrument, not the largest. The great stalag.
Oh my
pipe?
God.
Like in a cave?
What?
Stalag pipe. Hold on. Google. Okay, it just auto-completed.
The stalagmite organ?
Stalagmite organ.
An electrically actuated lithophone. What incredibly beautiful words.
Ooh.
Oh, it's in Virginia.
It's in Virginia.
It's a TARDIS console. It's a TARDIS console in a cave.
It does in
look at
fact
it.
look like a TARDIS console in a cave. Or a level of mist that I missed. That I skipped.
Does Gerard Butler wander around in a cape sometimes singing about how sad he is because of his face?
I mean, it looks like they should.
Kiwi, this is amazing.
Okay. This is going to get put in a game. You know that, right?
Goddamn right.
He's going to put this in a game now. No, let's not go there because Michael Bay's way too fond of testicle jokes and I don't want to give him any ideas along those lines. That would just be dangerous.
Could the testicles be racist? Sit down, Michael Bay. Read the room.
Oh my gosh. Orgatron, right? Look up the guy playing Moonlight Sonata there.
Oh God, there's a Transformers tabletop RPG in development. Okay, I could make this work. I can make this work.
I know you can make this work, and that's what I'm afraid of. Do you want to read an opening monologue?
Yeah.
Or should we not bother since we're
Let's do it.
half an hour in. Okay, so Mr. Crowley returns.
Nathan Crowley, who is just a magnificent brain and a magnificent body. He's occasionally a dead Roman. He's a games journalist, he's a writer and novelist, and I'm delighted to say that as well as being our honorary house band, he provides regular monologue material for our opening monologue. So let's talk briefly about...
Hold on a second. Wendy has to warm up the corpse counter, so let me do the content warnings, and then you may... And we'll alternate because they're numbered.
Okay.
Content warnings for animal death and corpses, murder, references to historical genocide, sexual references, swearing, violence. Nate. I kind of feel like Nate should be his own content warning. And somebody with a motorcycle was very excited to drive it by my street right now very quickly because they have tiny, tiny reproductive organs. And that's how they express that fact.
Anyway, 3 things are going to happen across the next couple of hours. The first one is 4 things. You've already had the bullshit. And it's what great bullshit it's been so far. Next up, we have an opening monologue. This is a chance for you to get comfortable, get hydrated, get some food, take any meds you might need, make sure your pets are sufficiently entertained.
Have a snack.
Have a snack. All of that good stuff. Then we will be playing Scarlet Hollow for a little bit, which is a fantastic game by Black Tabby Games, which does excellent horror type stuff. And then we will finish with some shenanigans.
Some St. Kilda themed shenanigans.
And I don't even know what those are this week, so I'll be finding out as you'll be finding out.
I do.
It will be a journey.
I did the reading!
Together.
I'm prepared! I'm waiting for the teacher to call on me.
You understood the assignment.
I understood the assignment. Speaking of St. Kilda, we'll put a link for the Kickstarter in the chat and in the stream show notes at the end of the thing. We just hit the 8K stretch goal, which means we got a pay raise. And then I think the next one is a 10K, which is a Christmas special.
Yes, it is. Christmas on St. Kilda. Snow and blood. Synapses
have just connected facts in my brain.
I always love when that happens. Go on.
Yes.
I'm going to read some things now, because that looks like a thing that we need to talk about later. Okay.
Alrighty.
All 234 animals in Red Dead Redemption 2 reviewed. Part 1. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game drowning in details, with its attempt to capture a simulated vision of an American West that's been gone for 120 years, down to every lost shell casing, spittoon stain, and sweat-crusted saddlebag. Ew.
Yes.
Probably my favourite thing about it all, however, is the obsessive Noachian fervour with which the natural world has been catalogued. There are some 234 animals in the game, with surprisingly few of them sharing the same models and many interacting with each other in an impressive, if surface-level facsimile of natural behaviour. 234! That's nearly 3 times the number in Planet Zoo, which is a game entirely about animals. Not a bad job at all. Anyway, I'm going to review all of them. Let's go. If you're looking for a proper guide article on where to find these animals, what hats to make their asses into, and the like, that isn't this. And I've got 234 of the bastards to get through, so I might skim over some of the wading birds, yeah? But you'll learn loads, I promise, and some of it will be true.
Now that line was left intentionally for you to say, Nathan.
We do, in fact, have some actually really useful Red Dead Redemption 2 guides as well. 1. American alligator. Big, scaly,
okay.
curdle teeth. The death iguana. When it comes to massive reptiles that kill stuff in swamps, you can't beat alligators, and RDR2s are a treat. I love having the cowboy mosey as close to them as he can to study their habits without them going mental and gnashing up his boots. There's a real quiet horror, too, to those moments where you're wading through a chest-high marsh and you hear that throat rumble that tells you there's one nearby that you can't see. Verdict 8 out of 10. Strong animal. Strong start.
2. American alligator. Small. I feel a bit sorry for the American alligator. Small. They're the only animal in the game that exists only to be a smaller version of something else, and I can't help but wonder what that does for their self-esteem. It's not even like they can grow into American alligator large if they're savage enough cowboys. They are born knowing the ceiling of their ambitions. Verdict, 4 out of 10. Precisely half the score of proper alligators.
3. Legendary bull gator. A legendary bull gator is not a real animal, but bloke alligators are called bulls, and they're pretty intimidating fellows. The cowboy can hunt this one in the swamps around LaGrasse, and he is an impressively big boy. I got the opportunity to hear a 400-pound male American alligator emit a threat rumble once, as a researcher played it a tape of its own call to make it think a rival male was on its turf. At first I thought the demonstration was a bust, as I heard nothing. But then the water above the gator's back began to shake as the rumble travelled up from the depths of infrasound. Then it was shaking the planks beneath my feet, and then it was making my lungs quake, like I was stood in front of a bass speaker at a metal gig. By the time the sound became audible, I was already consumed with atavistic threat response, as part of my brain knew for sure it was about to die. Absolutely fucking brilliant! It does, like many things, make me pity the cowboy, though. Verdict 9 out of 10. Harder, better, faster gator.
I've heard a lion roar and been right up next to it, and they're not kidding about that echo properties. You can hear that sucker across the entire San Diego Zoo. And the San Diego Zoo is like 17 square miles or some ridiculous crap like that.
Whereas, my Ursine brethren really don't do the whole vocalization thing very well. They mostly just do rucksacks and occasional death and trash cans. A bear's just raccoons in a suit.
Really big raccoons in a suit.
Yeah.
Lots of raccoons in a suit make up a bear. Okay. 4. 9-banded armadillo. Did you know that 9-banded armadillos almost always give birth to litters of 4 identical quadruplets? There's a set of fetuses preserved in ethanol at the Grand Museum of Zoology in London, which is worth a visit for many such curiosities. Armadillos also have ridiculously large willies proportional to their body size. Thanks for that, Nate. Which you should be careful in Googling should you wish to know more. Verdict, 4 out of 10. 1 for each quadruplet.
5. American badger. Bit cuter than European badgers, if I'm honest. I like when they scamper out from bushes when the cowboy rides past with that odd lopsided little run. Badgers do run funny.
They do.
The first time I saw one in real life, my first thought was, bloody hell, that's a dog with no legs. Until the 17th century, it was widely believed that badgers had legs that were shorter on one side of the body than the other, until Norwich-based polymath Sir Thomas Browne put the issue to rest in his surprisingly entertaining 1658 book, Pseudodoxia Epidemica, which was basically Ye Olde Mythbusters. Verdict, 6 out of 10, nothing special. Nathan.
6. Little brown bat. Bats are the most numerous order of mammals, with more than 1,200 species described. But you wouldn't fucking know it from Red Dead Redemption 2, where I once spent an entire evening trying to seek them out with no luck at all until I lost my mind and decided to roleplay as Batman. Luckily, however, I did stream the whole thing, and my pal Mark chronicled it here and then here. I'm presuming those are links. While we're at it, Mark also did some cracking edits of the cowboy adventure I had for the RPS Christmas livestream, which I've included the first of below as a treat. Verdict, don't know. Never saw the bloody things, did I?
It's also worth pointing out that Nate is an absolute black belt in making his own fun inside games. He is the only person I know who played Hitman 3 as just a really enthusiastic murder puppy who had no concept of stealth and just ran at stuff. I believe he successfully killed someone with a banana.
I believe you read that.
Yes.
Just to pause for a second. Ozzy, if you want to send any links to the mods, they can get them to us.
7. American black bear. A joke
Still
bear
be a running joke.
might be frightening if you found it having a rummage in your bins in real life, but to the cowboy it's laughable. It's got a big round bum and it makes lovable rough-edged honking sounds that just make you want to feed it Twix or something. Barely worth your time. Verdict, 1 out of 10. I do not respect this animal.
8. Grizzly bear, North American brown bear. Now that's what I call a bear. Horrifying, beautiful thing, like the vengeful spirit of a burned-down rug warehouse. Have you seen The Revenant? That's got a cowboy of sorts getting done in by a bear, and it really stays with you. Proper yikes. One of the best bits in RDR2 is when you're casually looting this one nondescript house out in the backwoods, and the second you open the door, a fucking bear comes at you. That's a ticket to Adrenaline City, and no mistake. Crikey, almost made me think twice about crime. Verdict, 10 out of 10, beastiest beast.
9. Legendary Bharati grizzly bear. It's the regular grizzly, but it's even bigger and shaggier. Plus, it's got a messed up face like the man who threatens Luke Skywalker in that pub in the first Star Wars. It's got a fun quest attached to it first. They got me so amped up I had to hunt and slaughter a train afterwards just to calm down.
Good grief.
Verdict, 9 out of 10. Not as good as regular grizzlies, because there's only the one of them. And despite anything Tigger has to say, that's not a good thing.
Aww. 10. North American beaver. I mean, they're fine. I remember getting weirdly engrossed in watching some at a nearby creek while hiding behind a birch tree during a gunfight with some murderous hillbillies. I don't remember what the gunfight was about, but I remember the beavers. Heyo. By the way, if you've ever wondered what it's like to eat a beaver's tail, there's a good article about it. Here. Verdict, 5 out of 10. Imagine I did a pun about tails.
11. Legendary beaver. I'm not going to make it. Oh, you know what I really resent? Animal names getting co-opted as words for sex things. It's well annoying if you like having chats about animals, because it means getting interrupted every third sentence as someone has a tired over the fact you could be interpreted as talking about penises or vaginas. Beavers are pretty bad for this, but you know what's worse? Trying to explain the fact you've got pet crabs. I have crabs! Yes, that's right. I have crabs. Like the pubic lice. Yes. Aha. Verdict, 0 out of 10. Legendary beaver.
12. American bison. Before Europeans arrived in North America, there were somewhere between 30 and 50 million bison on the continent. By 1884, 15 years before RDR2 was set, there were thought to be around 325 remaining. Very grim stuff, and it feels pretty queasy to shoot them in RDR2 when you know that. In fact, I wonder if there's more bison in the game than there were in America at the time. Maybe. Anyway, thankfully, an effort to restore bison populations began at the turn of the century, and today there are 500,000 again. Not great, but not bad either. Verdict, 8 out of 10. Best bisons in the game since M. Bison. I've had bisons too, because the San Francisco Zoo was involved with part of their restoration, and it got to the point where they were herd culling.
I've had kangaroo.
So have I. I didn't like it.
It's not nice.
Much. It's not.
No. 13.
Don't you freaking dare shoot that.
Legendary white bison. What's even better than hunting an animal that's been decimated by centuries of extermination? Hunting a super rare variant of it. I'll stop there and reassure anyone who's angry that I knew it was not a real bison, and so I shot it anyway. But still, verdict 9 out of 10. All other concerns aside, it's actually really lovely. 14. Legendary Tatonka bison. Tatonka is, of course, the Lakota word for the American bison and was the childhood name of the famous leader Singing Bull. So it's like the legendary buffalo kills in this game just get more and more culturally difficult. Apart from anything else, this legendary bison is pretty mediocre, pretty much just a gray reskin of the regular bison. Verdict, 2 out of 10. Feels a bit like when you encounter red, slightly tougher versions of level 1 skeletons on the second player of a dungeon, only with reminders of genocide to boot. 15. Blue jay. Did you know a blue jay is a type of corvid, like crows and ravens and that? Because I didn't until I looked them up just now. I'll be honest, I'm a bit rubbish at birds. A lot of them just seem really similar to me, and I know I should be more interested in them because they're living dinosaurs and all. But the heart wants what the heart wants. Verdict 3 out of 10. It's a bird, isn't it?
16. Bluegill. North American freshwater fish are lovely, and the bluegill is from a particularly fine group of them. One of its relatives, the pumpkin seed, is one of the most colorful fish you'll find outside of tropical waters. I remember sitting in a creek in Oklahoma once, and a bunch of these little sparkly blue lads just came up and started nibbling on my feet. I wonder if the cowboy used them as a sort of rugged spa treatment. Verdict, 6 out of 10. Splendid fish, but it's led me down a train of thought that ended in the thought of the cowboy's unholy calloused feet, so I can't give it a higher score.
17. Legendary bluegill. I mean, of 4 pounds in weight, it's not exactly Leviathan, is it? What sort of legends got told about this thing? Also, like, bluegills only live about 8 years maximum, which is not...
Which is not a lot of time for a legend to build up, is it?
Verdict 3 out of 10. Should have just called it the relatively large bluegill.
18. Wild boar. It's hard mode pig is what it is. Or it's a pig, or is a pig a boar on easy mode? Makes you think. Verdict, 5 out of 10. Perfectly average. RDR2 ain't the first game with boars, and it won't be the last.
19. Legendary boar. One of the better legendaries, this. I chased it through the bayou in a thunderstorm with a bow and arrow, vaulting gators along the way, and it was well exciting. Verdict, 7 out of 10. Solid in every conceivable way. 20.
Giant boar. I feel like this fellow was unfairly cheated out of legendary status. I mean, just look at it. It's a colossus. Makes the giant man-eating horse pigs off the Hannibal look...
Off of Hannibal look like the little bloke from Winnie the Pooh in comparison.
The only way the cowboy could have fought a more chilling pig if Red Dead Redemption had been set 20 million years earlier and he'd encountered an...
Entelodont.
What's an entelodont?
Let's look it up.
Okay. Verdict, 10 out of 10. Now I just want to play a game about a baffled, gruff, aging cowboy trapped inexplicably in the early Miocene period. What is an entelodont? We're going to look that up. That's the end of the article, but now I have to look up what an entelodont is because it's the Google kind of stream today. Oi!
Crikey Moses.
Pig-like omnivores of the forests and plains of North America. Oh, they're American megafauna. Gotcha.
So basically, judging by the picture I'm seeing, an entelodont is probably the grandfather of the Tasmanian tiger and a really steroidal jackal.
They're huge.
They're huge. They're like 7 foot at the shoulder.
Thank you for that, Nate.
That was amazing. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm a little confused still.
You always know you're going to have a good time when one of the first results you get includes the title, The Pigs from Hell.
Right. Exactly. Do you want to play a game?
Yes.
27 for your corpse count. Well done.
That's
What was
a new
mine?
record.
Mine was 31. I win. What do I win? I don't know.
My undying love and respect. Again, for the umpteenth time.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds lovely. Does it come with a cup of tea as well? Maybe a cookie?
Would you like a cookie?
Not right now, but, later.
I'll get you a cookie.
I know.
Oh,
I love you.
maybe too.
Okay, we have to go. We're going to get forced to go into this haunted cave, and it's going to frighten the heck out of me. Because, yes, let's go to a deserted mine. That sounds really safe and enjoyable, right?
Hey,
That
y'all,
sounds
let's take this aging potato dog to a deserted mine. I hate
No!
you. I
No!
hate you so much.
Can we please not endanger the dog again? I would appreciate that. All right, folks, we're going to switch over to the game, which means you will be hearing the music here shortly. Actually, before we do that, let me put all the details for the game in the chat, including... Good night.
Thanks for checking in, Four
Good
Rats.
night, Four Rats. Including the Dramatis Persona, if you can't remember who any of the characters are. We've just put that link in there. Content warnings for Scarlet Hollow are common phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma, violence, children in peril, and swearing. Remember, this is a branching narrative game, so we may not encounter each and every one of those situations, but those are the total list of content warnings, and you can find more detailed content warnings at the link in the chat. Ozzy says you need to interrogate Dustin as soon as that's possible. Okay, well that means we have to go back to our cousin's house, but when we do that, we will absolutely check on Dustin.
We need to talk to Dustin.
I mean, we just chill with Dustin. And Pixel! Pixel's so cute with Professor Hottie Dad.
Previously on Scarlet Hollow,
Dong dong.
we went to the general store where we encountered Kanika's son, if I remember correctly.
Brother,
pardon me. Kanika's brother,
Ooh, this is
who
loud.
basically encouraged us to shoplift, and we were all like, no, we're good, thanks.
We're good, thanks.
And then we went to the library where we encountered Professor Hot Stuff, who is the town librarian, and Pixel the cat, who is the town voiced by Antonio Banderas cat.
And is wonderful.
And we did a lot of research and found out, to the surprise of absolutely no one, that our family is racist as shit, not that far back. And that the mine is notoriously unsafe, although apparently Tabitha's been working really hard on doing something about that.
We remain skeptical.
Also,
Proof
Professor
has yet to be presented.
Hottie's daughter is possibly missing.
Yes, being a youth in a small town.
He and Pixel kind of live in the library because their house is a bit haunted.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about the fact that Pixel knows their house is haunted and kind of felt the need to drop that on us.
And yeah.
Hopefully the game music is now... Oh, yeah, and some guy literally ran out of the town on a rail, and they made a gigantic painting about that.
Yes.
I think that was one of the original owners of the town. Hi, Tango Wolf. No, it's not inappropriate to gush about Pseudobot in the chat.
Tango Wolf, good to see you.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us. You can feel free. We are playing Scarlet Hollow, and we've done the content warnings, and if everybody's ready... Are folks hearing the music? That means we have to be quiet for a minute.
I am.
I'm hearing the music too.
Yeah.
I'm hoping everybody is. Barely. Good. Okay.
Good.
That's what I
That's
want.
what we
I
are.
kind of want you to
Alrighty.
barely hear the music. And I'd rather that way you can hear us. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Faint banjo. Well, that's thematically...
Banjo intensified.
Tonight's gender. Faint banjo. There we go. Alrighty, let's load.
We're also about to go see mysterious new character.
That's right. Race! It's Stella! I brought some buddies too! Please don't let this be like an unlocked door that falls open and creaks all scary. And there's the bestest potato.
Shh. I think that's a woman. It's a woman.
I'm going to presume that it is. Shh! Not so loud! He's still sleeping! Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes.
Oh,
you can
boy.
practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly? we were wondering if it'd be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Petra would get along super well, too. So, this is a choose your own adventure game. Now we have a dialogue option.
So we have Hi, I'm Petra, Vivian's kid. Stella, if Reese is that sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures.
Let's not tip our hand that we're going on adventures.
Nothing strenuous here at all, or remain silent.
Let's just, okay, generic intro. Hi, I'm Petra, Vivian's kid. You know, the lady whose funeral we're here for? Empathy test? I know who you are.
Okay, cool.
The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks make you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you, too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. What is wrong with Reese?
What is wrong with him?
And I suppose you can come too, Petra.
Thanks.
That would be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No. Eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle.
What is up with this kid?
I'm not sure, and his mom's obviously concerned and protective. Yeah, right? Kiwi? Cool. We just have to live till tomorrow. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably.
Look at that bloody dog.
Oh, and leave the dog at home.
What?
How dare she? She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs in a hospital. No. Dogs.
Why, I never! The absolute gall!
Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. That woman is terrified.
Yes.
That woman is terrified of something, and we don't know what.
Can we talk about Kanika's amazing bat buckle?
I didn't see her buckle! That's so cool! I wonder if she's got one on her hat, too. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Well, she's a doctor and her son's sick. Or bitten by a werewolf or something.
So you're thinking the locks are to keep someone in, not other people out, huh?
Who knows? It's hard to tell.
Avoidance
We don't
of
have enough
stimulants
edges.
too.
Yeah, and underground windows means split level. Who knows?
Oh, beans.
Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Petra. Don't worry. I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Oh God, we're splitting up. No!
Oh.
I know it's in a car, but no. Yeah, nice. I think we'll go with Kanika, thanks. Oh, yeah, okay. We have an explorer option because Stella won't get in cars.
Won't physically get in a car.
Yeah. Well, didn't her parents die in a car accident?
It has been heavily implied, yeah.
All right, Stella, what is actually up with you in cars? The mines have got to be a ways off, right? Don't worry about it, Petra. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. Oh, she's such a good friend.
Yeah,
okay.
That's trauma.
Oh gosh, we have to pick. And I need to put my hair in a ponytail because I'm warm. Kind of thinking I don't want Stella to walk through the woods by herself when there's creatures out there. And I kind of want to hang out with Kanika and get to know her better, but I really don't want to leave Stella and our potato all by themselves. What do we think, Chad?
I'm thinking we go with the YouTuber and the dog.
I'm kind of thinking we go with the YouTuber and the dog and make sure she's okay. Because, wow, that's sad. I want to know Kanika too. I do, but I trust her to get there safely, and I'm very worried about Stella walking by herself through the woods. Potato all the way. I mean Stella. Okay. We must protect the potato, everybody. We're going to walk with Stella. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there.
There is unlocked an achievement called Into the Woods again.
All right, I'm saving the game, everybody. Save. Okay.
Tango, thank you so much. That means a huge amount.
Okay. Hey, Alistair. I just wanted to thank Pseudopod for introducing me to some of the most impactful horror fiction I've ever experienced. In particular, Doc, the simple story of an army surgeon that gave me such a visceral reaction that I had shock symptoms. Oh no. Gibson's beautifully haunting hinterlands, which I revisit regularly, and Potato Sack Race to the River, which I recommend to others, but is so devastatingly bleak, I'll never listen to it again.
That's a hell of a story, yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I'll dig that one out of the archives for you. That's a good one.
Thank you very much,
so
Tango
much,
Wolf.
Tango.
That's really nice of you. Alrighty. Okay, let's go back. Return. Alright, so we're walking through the woods with this woman. Oh gosh, okay. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Oh, thank you very much for the gift subscription.
Thank you, one snack.
Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that it might have been my fault. If only I'd died for that flashlight. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. If only I'd listened to you when you wanted to leave. Well, at least you listened. Okay, there's some improvement. Oh, Stella, don't feel guilty. I'm sorry.
Stella, whatever happened last night, you did nothing wrong. I just wish you could understand that. She's such a good girl.
That's my alarm. Sorry, everybody. It's telling me to go to bed. You're the boss of me. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt boiling under my skin, but the only way I can process what's happening is by turning off the part of me that feels things. Just a reminder about content warnings, everybody, okay? When I'm around other people, it's like I think a Duke dying is just a thing that happened. Like it's just part of another video. 'Cause if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault.
Wow, you can really go full dickhole on this.
Wow! I like that option.
I kind of like the simplicity of course it's not your fault, because it kind of isn't.
Mm-hmm. It isn't. Of course it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault.
It's nobody's fault.
It's nobody's fault. You and Gretchen have gone into those woods at night dozens of times by yourself, and nothing like this has ever happened before. How could you have known? Thanks, Petra. I think I needed to hear that. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound.
Okay.
I'm going to save the game again. I don't want to die. Everybody ready?
Okay. Fortifying tea.
It's very dramatic detailing. Here we go.
A bird! Let me at it. I can get it. Back off, dog. It's my stick.
Really big, gigantic voice for a little tiny bird. I love it.
Channeling the blue jay.
Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're all a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much farther. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods.
She's a very stylish lady. I feel like I have to say.
Totally stylish. Also, I'm kind of worried about what might have been in that thing with the bird. I'm like, it's a cave! It's a little piece of deadfall! Who knows what's in there? Ah! Cardinal Fang. Yes, exactly. It's only the Fang.
Cardinal Fang!
Okay, fine.
Kiss goodbye to the chat for the next 3 minutes.
Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. We're going to have to, like, drug her with a sleeping potion in the milk to get her in the van to get out of here after dark.
The Baracus maneuver. I like it.
Oh, gosh. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so.
Classic parapsychologist. Just show up, see what happens.
Right. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha. Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. Right? What security? It's an unlocked gate.
Open gate.
Right? Good grief. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be snaky.
What can I say? I thrive in the limelight.
We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. Oh my god, are we splitting the party even more? Okay. Oh gosh. Gosh.
Come
I'm not
on now.
sending Kanika, it's gotta be us.
If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing?
If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? She's so excited. What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call.
Which is like surveillance equipment.
Do.
Just for Apple. You know.
I take it the one of us you're talking about? I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? We're dead. We're gonna die. We're gonna die in a mine. Help. Help.
Shittles.
It's probably for the best, Petra.
God, that's said in the same tone of voices. It'll be an adventure.
Right.
Just roll with it.
I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm going to go find my cousin. Well, I could.
I don't know. I kind of trust these two. Some high-end dickitude answers going on here.
Right.
I'm inclined for you're good, Kanika. I've got this.
I'm in danger. Please try to get rid of the boiled peanuts before you meet your unfortunate end in the mine. Thanks, everybody. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. You'll do great.
Cool. Thanks.
Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Don't die.
Cool.
Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I miss doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Oh, thanks. I've missed this too. We're all gonna die.
I'd like to start the petition for the prequels where these two clearly do Stranger Things style crime solving in their late high school years.
And kissing.
Yes, that too.
That would be lovely. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Gonna die. Sorry, everybody.
Great.
Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. I'm gonna die. Your phone buzzes. Hi. I need a... How do I talk through a phone? Hi. There we go. Can you hear us? Try saying something. I'm going to be a brat. I'll ask this. Won't people notice that I've got earbuds on? People these days have all kinds of things in their ears. It's called multitasking. You'll be fine. Gosh, my alarm really wants me to go to bed. Stop! You're not the boss of me, phone!
An alarm is literally the boss of you.
Hush up.
Anyway.
Nothing to do now, but enter the work site. We're doomed. We're doomed, everybody. We're so doomed.
Your words of hiccup. La la la, we're dead.
I'm saving the game again! Enter. Are we going to dramatically sip our tea? Compost! One
OSHA violation.
Okay, we're dead. We're dead. We're all gonna die. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. Ooh. I'm in. All right, Morpheus. Good to know.
Jack into the node. Destroy the host. Nearest group of miners.
Nearest group of miners. Here's a couple of miners.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, fellas. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and a long-haired older man. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax.
You got a reason to be bothering us?
Oh, gosh. Hey there, I'm Tabitha's cousin. The miners straighten up, suddenly very serious.
Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were maybe one of them environmentalists or... Yeah, sorry for any trouble.
How can we help? I'm going to ask about Wayne.
Yeah, do that.
Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Look at them exchanging looks.
Yeah. Yeah, we knew him. Davis is the woman, isn't it?
I don't know. No, I don't know. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Oh, God. This'll be fun! This'll be great!
I put it to you!
Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question.
Thanks, Kanika.
Wait, what?
No way. Isn't that the guy you all said was, Well, I guess he ain't. He hasn't even skipped town, huh? That's a pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me.
What a relief. I thought something awful happened to the poor guy. What did you think happened to him?
What do you think you are? Some sort of cop? If we push too hard, it might cut off other conversational avenues.
You remain silent.
Yeah, I don't like the smell of this one bit. I know bait when I see it.
Damn.
Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways.
Sorry. The miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe it was just me, but they seemed to think Wayne was dead, right?
T-shirt made of blood, weird voice.
It wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Three OSHA violations.
Let's approach another group of miners. Let's just go all in. Let's just
you
go for it, man.
You head over to the next group of miners. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it.
Do you want your face eaten? Because this is how you get your face eaten. Oh, balls!
Yay!
You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Okay, the Scooby option is adorable.
Ghost! No, there's no way to give him boiled peanuts, everyone! Focus, people!
I mean, it's us, so do you need help would be what we would go with.
I'm such a paragon! Do you need help? It looks like you're hurt.
Protect yourself before worrying of the others. Petra.
He still knows who we are. It's very creepy.
Stay home. Wait for the week to danger. This is all I ask.
Before you can say another word, the figure is gone.
He might be lovely. He might be lovely. I mean, he doesn't have a face and he's wearing a t-shirt made of blood, but he might be lovely. Thank you, Wendy.
I'm just going to take a moment and breathe. We're not dead. Okay. He's obviously trying to warn us off. I think he's a ghost. I think something horrible happened to him.
Who the F are you to make requests, Wayne? You're not the faceless,
so
possibly
he's a corpse
decomposing
possessed by
possibly.
our dead mother. I mean, yeah. Hey, Petra, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Oh no, static is always a sign of a ghost. Oh no. Have you never played Silent Hill? Run!
Yes. How is it?
Stop it.
It's
Wayne
like
got
that.
the jump on me, or oh, don't mind me, our new friend just stopped by to say hello.
I would say Wayne got the jump on me.
Wayne got the jump on me. Whoa! I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? Wayne Derman.
Wayne the man.
He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week. That I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right?
That wasn't a threat.
The plot thickens. Oof.
Tabitha is not going to take. So your dead miner's warning me very well. You know that, right?
But if I get out of here now, we're not going to get back in.
So we need to press on. I think we go with this. Just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down.
Okay. Well, when this supernatural thing is trying to warn you, it's usually a good sign that you're gonna die because it died.
He said the whole week. He didn't say, you're about to die. Zelia, that's a terrifyingly plausible idea.
Those creatures act poorly. I'm adding that. 5 OSHA violations.
I say we push on with the mine, talk to the other miners, and then we go to Tabitha and go, yo, your dead fella's kind of chatty. We need to talk. And she'll be like, whatever.
Yes, Wendy. Yes. If you ever find yourself in a scary situation, follow me. We're leaving right now. Okay. Fine.
I'm going to order a flatbread with half air.
I'm going to save the game again.
Because I'm entitled. That's Tabitha. That's what she sounds like.
Because I'm scared. Okay. Fine. 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 Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. I'm going to regret all of my life choices very shortly.
Who always comes out of a...
Whoa, so brave.
Who always comes out of a Scooby-Doo episode?
Heck yeah, Petra, we got your back. You're in front and I'm going to stay back here while you die.
Anyway.
Who always comes out of a Scooby-Doo episode in good shape? Velma.
Yes?
Be Velma. Velma's the one who's always like, that's not a ghost, or if it is, I've probably got a binding ritual for that. We got this. Fred the cravat. It's fooling no one.
Sure, let's talk to some more miners. Why not? What could go wrong? We've already been confronted by one dead guy. And if I get attacked, I'll just run to the manager. Like a white lady.
Power of Becky! Hey there. Can we help you with something? Let's maybe not ask about Wayne. At first.
Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately?
Like what?
Sorry, here.
Yeah.
Have you seen any weird animals?
Don't tend to go on many hikes. Not exactly the nature seeing type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed. Maybe a few beers in between.
Any odd noises in the woods?
Heard something a few nights ago. Nothing I've ever heard. Some unearthly beast. Telling you, Isaac, you need to take a sick day. You need rest, man. I've already taken a sick day this year. Can't afford to take any more if I want to have Christmas off.
Tabitha. It can't be that bad here, right?
Have people been getting sick? Ooh, that's a nice conversation flow. I like that.
You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health.
Have you heard any weird knocking in the mines?
Knocking? Not that I've heard. Kind of shit down there with the machines and men working. My dad used to work these mines before they brought in the continuous miner, the big machine, that is. Told me stories about something that sounded like someone was pounding on the walls.
Great.
Cool.
Cool.
No offense, Isaacs, but your daddy had a few screws loose. Rodriguez, he was a fine man.
That's all on that front. Thanks.
It also occurs to me I haven't done this yet tonight, so I'd just like to tender my sincere apology to America. Let's continue.
Anything else? Oh, that was you.
Anything else?
We'll save waiting for last. Yeah. What do you guys think of Tabitha? The three men visibly stiffen.
Lovely woman. Always been a good boss. Runs the place well.
Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes out.
I need to talk to Tabitha about this stuff, or let's meet back up. What do we think? Regroup and then confront?
Confront about what?
The dead fella?
Well,
Or are we just...
we've lost the chance to ask... Yeah, lovely woman, derogatory. We've lost the chance to ask them about Wayne now as well, you notice.
Yeah, I do.
Tabitha's just going to blow me off and...
Again.
Yeah, and get me kicked out.
I think let's meet back up.
Let's meet back up. Let's meet back up.
Cool, we'll meet you by the van.
Oh, come on now.
You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. That's the daughter, isn't it?
Yeah.
A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill.
Don't like it.
Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here?
Clearly, she's doing a delinquency.
Should we call Oscar? Or should we go after her? Let's go after her.
Let's go. Whatever. Let's do it.
Come on, let's go after
do it.
her. I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you.
Yeah, good job, ladies.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine.
Right.
That sounds like a pretty good place to leave it, doesn't it?
Kind of does, doesn't it?
We're all gonna die. Ugh.
Stella, as always, encouraging the most irresponsible option. Set fire to him. It'll be great.
right?
Burn their faces.
What is that? What
That is that monkey.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
That's not a normal creature. Okay, so yeah, let's
So
go.
this is where we're gonna save.
Yeah.
This is where we're gonna save the game. See, we're saving the game right here. Right here. Okay, and yes.
You want to go a little further, or you want to leave it here?
She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw Mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. I guess we should go after her, right?
I love how Gretchen's looking at you.
Yep!
Like, the fuck is wrong with you, biped?
Yeah, let's head in before someone gets hurt. Whoa, you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Petra and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Oh, good, we didn't split the party, thank God. Even if it means I have to go underground.
So she's got past trauma about the underground, and she's got past trauma about cars.
Ditchlings show up prior to disasters. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this.
Oh, that's a tough call.
Oh, nobody knows where we're going. Even if it's Tabitha, at least she'll know. I think we totally have to call her.
I think we do too.
You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Also, why do you know about this? What the hell are you doing at my mines? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen.
Well, I mean, if she said...
I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. I swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call.
Time for an attitude adjustment.
Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. That is definitely where we're going to leave it.
Okay.
Save. I need to replay this game like 1,000,000 times to get all the different options. At least Tabitha knows where we are. So if there's a collapse immediately behind us, we're not going to die stranded with no signal. Somebody knows where we are. I wish it was Professor Dad Hottie, but, you know, if Tabitha's who we've got, then Tabitha's who we've got. All right, everybody.
This is very stressful in
this
a very,
is very
fun
stressful.
way.
All right, let's all take a break
take
and
a breath.
stretch, refill your drinks, see if you need a snack, check in on the pets, get something cuddly to snuggle with, and we'll be back for some lighthearted nonsense to kind of calm us all down for the rest of the evening, okay? We'll be back in a few.
And we're back.
Apologies for the deception, Petra. I like that idea. I kind of agree with Kiwi. I think Tabitha has inherited a lot, and she might have a lot of weight on her shoulders and have some very bad learned behaviors and doesn't have anybody else in her life around to help her break those behaviors.
Putting my narrative head on, this feels an awful lot like this town is a pool and a rock of just awful has been dropped into the middle of it, and the ripples have impacted everyone.
Yeah.
No one we've met is an out-and-out villain.
No, it could be one of those. There's just a lot of crap circumstances and a lot of people trying to adapt to their crap circumstances.
I would not be at all surprised if the eventual ending we get is a Life is Strange style, okay, we're blowing this popsicle stand.
That would be pretty interesting. Yeah.
Speaking of, you were going to pick up Life is Strange.
Yeah, there's a new one which looks really beautiful and very interesting, and I really, really like those games. So, but I am not doing a very good job of making time for entertainment these days. So, yeah, you gotta look. It's so chewy. It's so chewy as a narrative. I'm like, I want to go back and do this, and I want to go back and do that. I want to. We didn't die walking through the woods. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. Kind of bummed we didn't get to spend more time with Kanika, but I'm hoping we'll get another chance for that later on. But you know, Stella's our girl, so I'm okay with that.
Is that ride or die?
Oh, well, she doesn't ride. That's the problem.
Walk or
die? Stroll or die? I don't know.
Hike or die.
Hike or die. Hike or die. Hike or die. It's like cake or death. Hike or die.
This one is wet, and this one is wet, and this one is wet.
And we haven't spent any more time with Frou Frou, and we don't know who the mayor is yet.
It's Pixel. It's clearly Pixel.
Pixel is clearly the mayor, I think. But they would have said mayor, wouldn't they? Or at least you'd think the potato would have.
That's a good point. Oh, Mr. Mayor, hello.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. No more boiled peanuts, I swear, folks. Just no. No. I want to play this game like a million different ways, though. It sounds really fun.
Yeah, you're going to try and do the asshole play. And
no, it's not going to fail.
I'm sorry.
I love that the game gives you the option to really be a jerk, but I will never take the option to really be a jerk. I just can't do it.
I kind of wonder whether if you give the massively jerky answers, Tabitha's like, I like you. You are broken in a similar way to me.
There's probably more resonance you get with certain characters if you use a different communication method, but I'm sorry. I'm a paragon. It's just not going to happen.
I just noticed you have a slightly dipped shelf there.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I put something too heavy on it, unfortunately. Okay. But the little bird is fine. It's fine. Shall we do some shenanigans?
Let's do some shenanigans.
I don't have a...
La shenanigans.
Here's the shenanigans button. I don't have a button for the St. Kilda Kickstarter,
It's time for fun and also for speaking.
Da 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 da. All right.
And that's why the Brits just can't feel joy.
Alrighty. So, we have a bunch of various St. Kilda related stuff. St. Kilda, for those of you who don't know, is on Kickstarter now. It is The Secret of St. Kilda, which will be I'm sure, just wonderful, lovely, not at all horrible, deep, dark, painful podcast.
Of course, it'll be fine.
Enjoy.
When was the last time I was in a horror podcast? oh dear. Oh,
you didn't even get through there with a straight face. Nicely done. All right, there you go.
Two real quick side things.
Thank you very much, Duck.
Thank you, Doug. Two real quick side things about St. Kilda Kickstarter. Firstly, the show is entirely recorded for its first season, and secondly, the show is funded. We're officially into stretch goals.
Yep.
So, whilst I'm always very aware when we talk about stuff like this, some folks don't have the capacity to support financially, and that's fine. I've been there myself a lot. If you do have the capacity to support a project like that financially, this is about as risk-free as it is possible for a crowdfunder to get.
Yeah.
You will get something for your cash here. It is that simple.
And it's going to be fun. Nice, say fun. So, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go.
Top tips for abseiling on St. Kilda. The double fisherman's knot is the most secure for joining your two ropes. Any knot you tie should have a tail of at least 30 centimetres to allow slippage. As a former climber, that's actually good practice.
Just get a gree-gree, come on.
Make sure your abseiling party is made up of people you trust. You wouldn't want anything to happen to your anchor. Try not to look down. You might see something you didn't want to. It's always advisable to wear a helmet. You never know when you might lose your footing, or what might be dropped from above. You may be tempted to go into the caves. Don't. To think St. Kildan's used to do this with just ropes. As we all know, the supernatural is in no way real, but some people like to pretend it is. Here are some tips and tricks for faking a supernatural experience, inspired by the works of real-life con artists. Faking a seance in 21 steps.
Do you want to alternate these, or do you want to read?
Yeah, let's alternate them. You want to do the first one?
Number 1, the magician. You want to work in a dark room. Holding a seance is like performing a good magic trick. The audience only sees what you want them to.
Number 2, the high priestess. If you can, research your clients beforehand, but don't get too conceited. Simple statements and generalizations will always get you further. Wouldn't want to get caught out in a lie, now would we?
Just as a reminder, there are content warnings for everything, including the shenanigans, in the chat. Number 3, the Empress. Don't be afraid to make a spectacle of it. In the 19th century, con artists would stuff muslin into their nose and mouth to dramatically produce later, giving the impression they were expelling a spirit from their own body.
Just as a quick sidebar, all of this is true.
Says the magician.
4, the Emperor. Whilst a show persona will get you far, it's important to remember to be compassionate. You are dealing with people's dead loved ones after all. Plus, it's more likely to keep the critics off your back.
Number 5, the Hierophant. It pays to have a partner in crime, literally. While one of you entertains the audience, the other can create completely legitimate supernatural occurrences. Or pickpockets.
Number 6, the Lovers. I love you. Those 3 words, anyone who has lost a loved one will be overjoyed to hear. Exploit that.
7, the Chariot. Practicing the art of mentalism is a good way to ensure you can be confident in your presumptions. Why go to the effort of reading the minds of the dead when you can read the faces of the living?
8, strength. You will encounter a lot of skeptics, but remember, everyone believes in something. Maybe it's inner strength, or the power of the universe. Whatever it is, find it. Use it.
9, the Hermit. Always have an escape plan. The more mysterious, the better. A death under suspicious circumstances, a trip to the spirit realm, completely disappearing off the edge of the world.
Number 10, Wheel of Fortune. Manifestation cabinets were an old way to fast-track success. Whilst they are unlikely to fool a modern audience, there is something to be gleaned from the incorporation of other magic tricks. If you can't dazzle them as a medium, show them your connection to the spirit world makes you an esteemed escape artist.
11, justice. Let's keep this one plain and simple. You want to get to know some good lawyers.
And finally for today, an unrelated dad joke. Not all construction work is equally enjoyable. For example, enlarging a drilled hole is boring, but fastening pieces of metal together is riveting.
It's a heck of a theme, isn't it? Spooky, spooky, spooky. Dad joke!
And dismount.
Yes, exactly. But hey, But this way, at least you're not going to bed like, the thing in the mind is going to eat us.
He had no face.
You're going to
Why
bed
did he
with
have no face?
dad joke. You know.
If your last thought is, God damn it, Alistair, then frankly, we've done our job, you know?
Right? It's not actually all that bad of a thing.
So smart, me.
Right. What's coming up for us?
Oh, all sorts. This Sunday, some of you who are in the UK will witness us in actual corporeal presence at FantasyCon for the British Fantasy Awards, where we are up for 2 awards.
That is correct.
I'll leave it there. It'll be fun. There'll be chicken and masks. It'll be great. We're also...
So what we're saying is, since we will not be home, we will not be streaming on Sunday. I'm afraid the sexy space idiots are going to have to wait another week.
Strangely, I think they're going to find things to entertain themselves with. Moving on. So yes, no stream this weekend, unfortunately.
Right.
However, this coming Friday, the Full Lid, which is our Hugo and BFA Award nominated newsletter.
That was one of the 2, by the way.
Yeah. Is going to feature looks at The Green Knight, which is finally out this week, and Respect, the Aretha Franklin biopic.
Yep.
Then next,
and the Ignite winners.
And the Ignite winners. And what I've done is gone through and provided links for every single one of those. So if you want an on-ramp to new and interesting and diverse and inclusive fiction, click literally any of these links.
We'll have a few gazillion recommendations for you.
Yes. So that's going to be this Friday.
And then next week, we are not going into the mine.
Because next week we have
a guest. We have 2 guests. We are going to have Sarah Grant and David Devereaux. Sarah Grant is a small filmmaker. David Devereaux is the creator of The Tower for Tin Can Audio. And they are a couple. And so we are going to talk about what it's like to be creative as well as romantic collaborators. What if we... Probably shouldn't ask this question. What do we romantically collaborate on? I mean, other than the obvious.
our lives.
True. But do we have... See, I'm getting into deep questions here. It's like, but do we have lives that aren't our creative collaborations?
Yes.
Can you remind me about that every once in a while?
Yes.
That would be good, because sometimes I forget.
Honey, buy the new
It
Life
is
is
kind
Strange
of a
game.
double date. Yeah, exactly.
Buy the new Life is Strange game.
But I bought Mass Effect Remastered, and I haven't started
Which
playing
you're not
that
emotionally
yet either.
ready for yet, and you and I both know that. Buy the new Life is Strange game.
Yes. I might.
Buy it.
I'll think about it. It's a whole nother thing. It's like finding time to relax and then finding the thing that I can engage with while I'm relaxing.
So, it sounds like you should play a game.
I know, it does sound like I should play a game. But I am playing a game on Wednesday night.
You should play another game.
I do like playing games.
We should go back to the one... We used to have a system.
I shouldn't have asked this question.
No, you shouldn't. We used to have this system whereby we would take turns. And
Yeah.
Monday night would be my game night, and Tuesday night would be Marguerite's game night, and Wednesday night would stream, and Thursday night would be my game night, and Friday night would be Marguerite's game night.
We should get back to that, yeah.
We should get back to that. I mean, as near as I can tell, I only have about 300 hours of Assassin's Creed Odyssey left. I mean, I've only put 200 hours into it.
Right? You haven't even gotten to go to, like, Viking Land yet.
I know, right? So we should do that, because you should take some more time for you.
I know. I was reading a lot more, which was nice, but then, like, all of the reading-related things kind of dropped away, and I haven't gotten back into it
You should
yet.
read another book.
I have many to choose from.
Sarah Hollowell's debut is out and is apparently excellent, and on at least 2 devices in this very room.
I know. I could probably reach across and grab it if I wanted to.
You could.
I'd have to really long arms, though.
You, like Mr. Fantastic here.
It's-
Yeah, you could sit in bed tonight and start that book.
See, he's like this. He's relentless. He's like, you could do this. You could relax. You could do a thing. I know.
What can I say? I'm chirpy.
Yes. So, yeah, that's what's coming up for us this week.
Yes, it is.
Anything else? You should start thinking about Halloween at some point.
Yeah, we should. I'm possibly seeing a terrible movie tomorrow. Time dependent.
That's all you.
And I'm starting in on something which will eventually be a full-lid special on the Daniel Craig James Bond is.
Yeah, that's all you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I had forgotten just how glorious Judi Dench's first scene in Casino Royale.
She's She's the highlight of those movies.
She literally just shows up and goes, "Where the bloody hell is he? What the bloody hell is he doing? Why am I here? Why does no one have tea for me? Who the fuck are you?" She's great.
I mean, if I was her, that's what I do. I just yell my lines in every movie. Play a dog, play a cat, play a queen, play a spy. She was so good.
You say yes.
If you haven't seen that, do see Staged. Just the way she makes David Tennant corpse is hilarious.
I am absolutely convinced her cameo was not announced.
Yeah, they didn't tell him who was going to be on the other that line. That reaction was very legitimate.
Real quick sidebar for those of you who haven't seen it. Staged is a sitcom which is entirely set on a series of Zoom calls between David Tennant and Michael Sheen. It is a beautiful accent singularity. It's also incredibly funny and really kind. It's one of the first bits of lockdown culture that engaged with lockdown culture and did so in a way that was very much kind of, it's okay. We know nothing's fully okay, but it's okay.
It's really, really good. I think the first season's almost better than the second season, but
the second season is a little bit meta.
Yeah,
it suffers a little bit for that. It suffers from its own success. It becomes that whole, everybody now wants to be in it kind of thing. But it's really good. And I think it's probably available in the US now. I think it is.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, if you ever wondered why there was a TikTok earlier in the year of me backing into the office as Peter yelling, "I'm watching you, you feathered shits," that is an actual line from it.
Yes. Take a guess which character said that line. And that will be the fun homework assignment we will leave you on.
Thank you very much, folks. This has been a delight. Was really sorry about the spooky mine.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you putting the link in the chat.
Wendy.
Fantastic. That is worth your time. Absolutely.
We will see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's right. And the Twitters. Because we are terminally online.
Yes.
Exactly.
So thanks a lot. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been fun. We'll see you next time.
Good night.